If you're like most nutrition coaches, you want to get more clients, but there's a problem. A bunch of people seem interested, but they're not really taking the next step, which is why today I'm gonna reveal my 7 best tips to take people from curious to paying. And the good news is you'll be able to apply this stuff right away, and chances are you're just one small tweak or strategy away from landing more clients. Because let's be honest, there's no worse feeling than wanting to help more people and knowing that you could be helping more people, but you just can't get them to sign up. Let's fix that. Starting with tip number 1, a direct message strategy. If you have a bunch of people that are asking you questions and looking for advice, but no one's really taking the next step, you need a strategy to take these people to a real, professional, productive conversation. And sometimes you just need the right words to do that. Here are my 2 favorite ways of presenting it. This first one is when people are asking you questions, like should they be using branched chain amino acids or should they try fasting? And here's what you respond back. That's a great question. Let me get a better understanding of what you're trying to accomplish. Then I can answer that, plus give you some insight on how to reach your goals. Here's why this is important and gets people to the next step. First of all, knowing what people want to accomplish is instant leverage. It's no longer what you think is important, it's automatically what they want to do. And you're no longer just giving them basic advice that doesn't really apply. You can present them with the step-by-step path to get that specific result. In a world where coaches are constantly explaining the features of their coaching, like I'm gonna give you an individualized plan and there's gonna be weekly check-ins, you can do the exact opposite. You can lay the path forward for how someone will get a specific result, a result that means a lot to them, not to you, to them, and this changes everything. And even if they don't take the next step moving forward in coaching right in that moment, you'll always have something tangible to talk about in the future. You could always circle back and ask them specifically how things are going towards reaching that goal. This is how we build trust and rapport and relationships and land paying clients. The second strategy I'm going to present works a little bit better when someone's opening up to you and telling you about something they're struggling with or something they want to accomplish. So when someone's saying, I would love to lose weight, but I just don't have the time to put aside to prepare meals and put the effort into this, you're going to respond back, has anyone ever supported you with that? Let's set some time aside to chat to see where I can help. This works really well to start those exploratory conversations. And that's because you're not just making the pitch to coaching right away. You're gonna take some time, hear them out, see where you can help, and see if coaching is a good fit. Sometimes potential clients are just gonna need to warm up to the idea of being coached in these conversations, and getting them to that conversation is gonna be an important part of that. This type of conversation is going to go down in the DMs, as the kids say. But what you want to do is take these curious conversations and turn them into real professional conversations. Because that's where people are actually going to sign up, when you can have a one-on-one conversation over Zoom, connecting about their problem and how you can help. Our second tip here is going to be creating some hand-raising content. If you've been in the nutrition coaching space long enough, you know just randomly messaging people about your services does not work. It's exhausting, it's creepy, it can be even sometimes judgmental, and most importantly, it's not effective. Here's how you flip the script on that dynamic entirely. You create social media content that gets people raising their hand. This way they voluntarily show you that they're interested in the thing that you're talking about. Once they do that, you now know who's interested. You can start the process of warming them up and talking to them about what you do. Not before that though. See, you want to create content that creates conversations with people that have shown that they're interested. These people, they haven't signed up yet because they don't know what's in it for them. They don't even know that there's an opportunity to work with you, and they aren't convinced. But we can get them to that point a lot faster if we can get them raising their hand with our social media content, with what we post. So what you do is you post about the results that you know that they want, like losing 20 pounds before summer, or getting people showing interest in your guides and strategies and methods. Talk about what's holding them back from taking the next step. And here's how you do it. You could do it through creating some engagement posts. For example, on an Instagram post, you could say, if you could lose any amount of weight before summer, how much weight would you lose? And you would encourage people to comment on the post. And then when they do comment, you automatically know who's looking to lose weight. You're getting them to raise their hands and identify themselves that they want a specific thing. Or you could do this in a poll. You could ask people, what's getting in the way of you improving your nutritional habits? Is it the time it takes, or you just don't know what to eat? Both are good answers, but people are gonna tell you what matters and what they're struggling with the most. And then once they've revealed themselves to you, you can start conversations with them and be helpful. Number 3, you wanna show the value in what you do. There's one thing I did at the beginning of my nutrition coaching career that set the tone for my entire career. I honestly think it's single-handedly the thing that made me successful. When people asked me questions or showed interest in my nutrition coaching services, I would automatically give them a free assessment. In the Dr. Mark method, we now call this the free nutrition client profile. Essentially, you want to collect what someone is trying to accomplish, get some nutrition information on them objectively by getting them to track. And then once you have this information, you assess it and you show them what's holding them back from reaching their goals. And most importantly, what you would do about it next. Like, what do they need to do to accomplish those goals? This may feel like free advice, but for the first time ever, someone's giving them individualized path moving forward. And once you do this, they're going to be begging to sign up for coaching. They want the next step. The key here is you're showing the value in what you do. Now, you don't have to assess what they're eating, but I would encourage you to do so because I know it works so well. Regardless of what you do, you need to find a way to show value because there's no such thing as a coaching service that's too expensive. There's just a service that people don't see the value in yet. When people say no, think about what you can do to show the value first. Tip number 4, you need to set deadlines. Once you've shown a potential client how you can help and you've laid the path moving forward and you've made them an offer that they can't refuse, you need to extend a coaching spot to work with you. Here's what I typically say. I think nutrition coaching and us working together is the right move. I think this is a great fit. We talk about the cost of the service and a start date, and I push them to move forward. And if they say, I have to think about it, I say, that's totally cool. Take your time. It needs to feel right. But this is the important part and why we need to set a deadline. I'll say, since there is limited space to work with me and this is a valuable service and something that others are going to want to sign up for, I want to reserve your spot and hold a coaching spot for you for the next couple of days. I'll send over all the details of how exactly you'll sign up, but I'm going to hold your spot until 2 days later at a certain point. And by that deadline, you'll need to sign up or I'll open up that coaching spot to someone else. And they love that. It gives them some time to think about it, but it also makes them make the decision to be in or out. And you need to set it up this way because your coaching is not a revolving door. People can't just sign up whenever they want, because if they have the option to sign up whenever they want, they won't actually move forward. It just isn't a priority because you haven't made it and set it up to be a priority. Set a deadline, it's gonna make a world of a difference. Tip number 5, we're talking about sales calls. If you heard the word sales and you kind of shuddered, I get it. No one wants to be selling themselves. You got into nutrition coaching to help people, not to sell things, so you're probably trying to avoid it. But you're in a service-based industry where you need to be able to sell what you offer. But here's the mindset shift that's going to fix this for you. Instead of thinking about selling, just think about helping. So when you show up on a sales call, you're not just there to sell your services, you're there to listen, you're there to present solutions. And when you do this, you're not there to sell anything, you're just there to help. And what you'll do is be helping someone recognize the problem that they have. They'll recognize that there's a solution that's available to them, and then you can help them make the decision to take the next step. But the easiest way to do this is on an actual call and on a sales call. Create hand-raising content, create conversations, and lead people to a call where you can help them make this decision. It is the strategy that is going to convert the most, so don't avoid it. And this is a skill. Record them, go over them again and review them, see where you can improve. These will get better and they're going to be the difference maker in signing up more clients and charging more for your service. Tip number 6, you can do it for free. This is one of my favorite strategies. I talk all the time about charging what you're worth. There is a time and a place to work for free, especially when you're getting started. But the difference is you can't just work for free forever, because some of you are already doing that. You're already providing so much free advice to people that won't take the next step. But you can help them take the next step if you offer to coach them for free for a certain time frame. 4 weeks is typically good, so you get enough time and a specific result so they want to move forward. You could say something like this: I know I can really help you. I know you want to lose 10 pounds and I want to help you get started on that path. But I also know you're having some reservations about getting started. So here's what I want to do. Let me coach you completely for free for a month. At the end of the 4 weeks, when you're getting results, you're feeling great, we can talk about moving forward in a paid coaching relationship. But for now, I just want to show you the power in nutrition coaching and what I do and how likely it'll be that you'll get a specific result. Don't be afraid to do it for free, but have a firm exit strategy. When you nail this, people will sign up. And number 7, take things away. Remember in tip number 4 when we extended a spot to work with us and we set a deadline? Okay, great. If they didn't respond to that in time, we now take that invitation away because it's a valuable thing and people can't just have it forever. So what do? We close down their application. We take away the offer to work with us. Hey Brad, just following up here again, I noticed you didn't take the step to move forward with coaching. I totally understand, but for now, I'm gonna close down your application. That doesn't mean that you can't work with me in the future and circle back, but for now, it's not gonna be the right move. Take care for now. Do you feel the power you're getting back when you do that? This is a professional, valuable service, and it's not just an open invitation. When people think they can do anything on any time frame whenever they want, they don't take action, they don't do it. That's why we set deadlines, make things a priority, and if they don't act, we take it away. You may feel like you're being really confrontational when you're taking away the opportunity to work with someone. You got into this to help, I totally get it. But this is one of the strongest moves you can make, because people will remember that and they'll know that they need to take this seriously the next time they reach out, or they'll be begging for their spot back. Either are good options, and you don't get them by just being the nice coach. Now, as great as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting a nutrition coaching business, the next thing I'll have you do, check out this video right here. In this video, I mentioned sales calls a few times, and I'm gonna show you a step-by-step guide to run effective sales calls and get people signing up. If you want the exact path to do it, check it out right here, and I'll see you in the next video.